Good afternoon. I'd like to start this afternoon by asking if there's anyone here over the age of 40. I'm a little bit older than that, so for those of you who don't know what life was like in the mid-70s, let me tell you. Our family only had one television and it got 4 channels. We had a phone, one, which hung in the kitchen, which was much like this one, and we rented it from the phone company. We learned about international activities and news from the television and from newspapers. Now, a lot has changed since then in the technological world and the information world. There are thousands of cable stations that are on 24 hours a day, and we have the internet, which is full of information about anything you could ever want to know about. So, with all these advances, could too much of a good thing be bad? I mean, would you give a child a gun and tell them to run along and play? But yet, how many of us have given a child a cell phone or a laptop or a tablet and left them unsupervised with no instructions? A child left alone with a gun can hurt or kill someone. Also, unsupervised use of media can have the same results. Just watch the news or Google this topic. So, are we harming our children by allowing them hours of television and unsupervised internet access? My goal here is not to scare you, but to inform you as parents how we can teach our children to use these devices for good. And there is a lot of good. I'm currently taking classes online to complete my bachelor's degree, and this would be impossible without the use of the internet. I also can contact my family instantly through text, Skype, or FaceTime. I also have decades of music at my access through various music sites, and I don't even have to leave the house to watch a movie because I can stream a video through Hulu or Netflix. These are just a few of the positive aspects of modern media in my life. But even though all of these things are great, there can be a dark side to any good idea. For instance, do you know that teens spend 7.5 hours a day on some type of social media? That could be surfing the web, texting, playing games, or listening to music. This can have a significant influence on their emotional and social development. A study by Tobe showed that 1 to 5 hours of internet use a week can show a significant decrease in social activity with others. And there have been many studies that show the effects of viewing violence on children. Even viewing one act of violence can increase the aggressiveness in a child who may be predisposed to violent behavior. Then, violence is not our only concern. There are also many sexually explicit sites available and easily accessible to minors. And not to mention that, we have to talk about child predators. They use websites that children use so they control for new victims. So, how can we keep our children safe and teach them how to use these tools in a proper way? First of all, we need to talk to our children. We need to set family rules and establish what media is proper in our home. And don't be afraid to talk about the serious topics. Ignorance is not bliss, it is dangerous. Information can empower our children to make wise decisions regarding media. Next, let them know about your concerns that you have. Discuss it with your child. Come up with rules that will work for both of you. Next, as a parent, you should be an example. Do not allow certain cable programs or DVDs into the home that you would not allow your child to watch. Also, you can check your local internet and cable providers. They offer certain blocks and filters. Google and YouTube offer safe search features for you and your family to search the internet. There are also music sites like Pandora that offer filters that block out any songs that are deemed with strong profanity. Facebook also has similar features to block any offensive material. So research these filters and learn how you can use them. So as I wrap up, I don't mean to scare you and think that you have to give away your internet and your computer and lose my cell phone. These are all wonderful inventions. They make our life easier and they also enrich our lives. But it is important to know that you, as a parent, have the responsibility to teach your children how to use these things in safe ways. I've showed you a few tools. Now it is your job to go back and use those tools with your family. Thank you.